First, they were the first in Europe to reinstate border controls. Then they began to bring unwanted illegal immigrants to Poland on a massive scale. Now, Germany is making further demands. They wish to participate in securing the external borders of the European Union. This includes a border between Poland and Belarus. Germany has no external borders of the European Union apart from its border with Switzerland. But the European external borders that we want to protect are also our external borders. These are the external borders of the Federal Republic of Germany in Europe. That is why we will participate in the protection of Europe's external borders, and we will not leave this defence solely to those who have external borders on their territory. Today, German Interior Minister Alexander Dobrindt visited the Polish-Belarusian border, accompanied by Polish Interior Minister Tomasz Siemoniak. When it comes to the safety of foreigners in Poland, the police are doing everything in their power to ensure their safety. The key point is that our common policy significantly reduces illegal migration in Europe. We have seen this impressively in recent months. Illegal migration in the European Union is declining and decreasing because we have coordinated our actions with our European partners and are assuring that attractiveness, the magnetic effect of Europe, of Germany, is reduced. The problem is that the services of individual EU member states are responsible for protecting their own borders. The European Union agency Frontex is responsible for the security and integrity of the community's external borders, and no one here intends to ask the Germans for help. The presence of German troops in Poland raises not so much doubts as outright opposition among many Poles. We simply do not want it. If Germany wants to support the defence of the Polish-Belarusian border, the external border of the European Union, then go ahead. They can pay for it. They can pay, for example, for the expansion of the border wall. I don't see a problem with that. After all, the European Union was supposed to finance it for us. That's not all. During the same meeting with journalists, German Chancellor Merz made another rather inappropriate statement. He criticized the democratic decision of Poles to elect Karol Nawrocki as president of our country. I will not hide the fact that I was hoping for a different outcome of the presidential election in Poland. This result is also causing some concern in France. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, controlled by the December 13th coalition, did not find anything inappropriate in the German Chancellor's statement. However, the leader of the opposition, Jarosław Kaczyński, chairman of Law and Justice, expressed his opposition to this matter. This is interference in Polish affairs by a representative of a nation that should be particularly cautious in this regard and keep as far away from our affairs as possible because, ladies and gentlemen, this nation has not learned its lesson. All the more so because at the same time Germany is accelerating its armament program. The scale of these investments is not yet known, but Armin Papija, CEO of the arms industry giant Rheinmetall, said in an interview with Deutsche Welle that his company is counting on government funding of around 70 billion euros and wants to open 10 new factories within 3 years. The talks with the government are expected to result in the production of up to 1,000 new Leopard 2 A8 tanks and around 6,000 Boxer or Puma armoured vehicles. Some of them would replace old worn-out machines, but the rest would be used to create as many as 7 new brigades. Currently, the German army has about 180,000 soldiers. The creation of 7 new brigades will increase the Bundeswehr to at least 245,000 soldiers, at least, because the German government has issued guidelines to stockpile equipment for up to 460,000 soldiers. We have received a requirement from the Bundeswehr Inspector General that the army be fully equipped for national and allied defence by 2029. We must have the equipment in storage when the soldiers arrive. We are already talking to manufacturers and signalling that something is in the works. For comparison, the Polish army currently has over 200,000 soldiers and the target is 300,000 soldiers. Germany will certainly not treat this as a development of the defence capabilities of Europe as a whole, but only as a matter of its own particular interest, given that its national economy has been in a state of permanent recession for the last several months and is heading in a very bad direction. The German government has already found the money. In the 2025 budget, it will allocate nearly 87 billion euros to armaments, which is almost 3 times the Polish figure, approximately 30 billion euros in the 2026 plan. But this is only the beginning because by 2029, Germany wants to spend as much as 160 billion euros a year on the military. On the one hand, some people are happy because it is said that Russia will be weakened in terms of competition or struggle with Europe, as Germany will constitute a great army or a very well-armed force that deters. On the other hand, however, we remember Germany well-armed during World War I and World War II, a Germany that pursued a militaristic policy, and this must always be a cause of concern from Poland's point of view. All the more so because just a few months ago, Germany demanded that other European Union countries refrain from strengthening their own national armies. After all, security was to be ensured by a joint European army. Today, however, no one mentions those plans anymore, and Germany openly says that it wants to be the strongest country in Europe, not only economically and politically, but also militarily.